Well, the baby cat is alive and well. She's actually excited because she's outside. She survived. And I was surprised. I thought she might lose weight without me. But she's well. I had some people checking in on her. I even called home to make sure she was going to be okay. The only difference is she's more loving to me now and wants to be close to me. She does love me a lot. And birds are alive and well. My neighbor Chris checked on them twice a day, watered them, talked to them. Birds are doing okay. Now that I'm back, I have to move their cage. I got the fan blowing on here nicely. Keeps it vented. Rooster guy seems really mellow. I think Chris probably talked a lot to him because Rooster's really cool now. He's really mellow. Eh, Big Bird? Yeah? You're still making baby noises. This one's huge. That one's a rooster. Pretty sure it's a rooster. They're starting to squawk like chickens. He's a good bird. Another rooster. So they all made it. Everybody's good. The garden didn't fare as well. Nothing serious, but in the garden we had a bad rainstorm here and knocked over my tomatoes. This is going to be some work to recover. This whole side, I don't know if you can really see it, has been smashed over. The weight of the tomatoes and the weight of the rainstorms and everything just squashed everything down. I don't know if I can do anything about it. And over here, I've got some tomatoes dying, and I do not think it's because of the soil. I think it's this powdery mildew rot that gets on plants and vines in New York that is killing my squash plant. I believe is also maybe harming my tomatoes. I don't know, I've never seen this before. And the other tomatoes are in the exact same soil, same everything, and they're doing better. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. I had my first tomato out of this garden yesterday, and I split it with my neighbors, and we had some hamburgers. Everybody brought something to eat. Sadly, this tomato was overripe while I was gone. It's huge. It's very large, and started to go bad on me while I was gone. So I missed out on my very first tomato. But pumpkins are coming, or melons are coming along nicely. Potatoes probably should be harvested. I've got massive brown cucumbers. That one's too large, but it's ripe. It's not overripe. They get brown, I was told. The beans on the trail of Tier's garden have not yet started to produce fruit, but my other ones that I planted are actually bearing so much that they've fallen over, and I have to harvest these so that they'll start bearing more fruit. I've got a nice large harvest of beans tonight. I've got a massive amount of cucumbers that I've got to start pulling out. I have to figure out why these have wilted. I don't know, it's very odd. Being gone, you just can't know what's happening. Maybe something got to the base of one of the plants. I'll have to figure it out, because it's actually rotting. So I have to figure out what's wrong here. Something might have chewed the base off. So anyway, I have a lot of beans here, a lot of cucumbers. Corn is growing along nicely. And my experiment, this TJ planted, my beans are growing among the grass. Here we have, there's a pea, and there's a bean. Somewhere along in here, I'm not sure, TJ drew a diagram, I'm going to have to look. Oh, there it is. There's corn. Now I know it's late, but there's some beans and corn planted together with each other. I think there's a corn. So this experiment will probably be a success, I'm quite sure, because this is untouched virgin soil growing right along with the other plants, and amazingly the vegetable plants are growing faster than the wild plants. So that's just perfect. These are going to grow up the deer fence all the way around the perimeter. So that's nice. And I still haven't planted my big dirt garden. This will be salad and quick growing things. I'll put in some radishes and some lettuce and quick things. I've also got some purslane. If anybody doesn't know what it is, look up purslane. It's a weed, but I'm going to plant it because it's a very healthy vegetable. Actually, it's right here. I can show you. I'm going to plant the purslane up in here. It grows very well. Purslane is one of the healthiest herbs. I believe it was brought over by the settlers, and it's one of the healthiest plants that you can find, and it's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and omega-3 fatty acids. So I'm going to plant this. I'm planting weeds, yes, because these used to be herbs back in the day to our ancestors. I don't know if this is showing up. I am in my RV cooking. I sanitized the stovetop as well as I could. Actually, my meal is done. My camper O-ring on the gas connector, the regulator that goes into the gas tank, the O-ring dry rotted and broke on me. I mean, I had recycled it from another camper anyway, so it didn't matter. And I don't want to go out and spend $10-20 for a new regulator, because I'm moving out of it now anyway. So I'm cooking in my RV, and it works well. There's no leaks, and hey, why not? It's a slow move in, and this is the beginning. My first meal in the RV. Sadly, my new wall has been ruined. I can't figure out where this is coming from. I cannot find any leaks. There's no water leaks. I don't know. And I had this open for 6 weeks. There was no moisture coming in, no water leaks, nothing. And now suddenly there's this rot on the walls, this swelling, staining, damage. And it's very sad because I worked so hard to put this wall together. And it's starting up in here as well, up along this edge. I can't figure it out. I just can't, unless this material is absorbing condensation. Up here it is some more. All along the frames and the edges, maybe this material just absorbs moisture and condensation. There's some more along that bottom edge, right where the metal frames are. There's no water. I can't figure this out. See, but there's no water. Here's some more. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't even know what this stuff really is, but I think it was no good for wallboard. It's such a waste. A waste of time, a waste of money. It was only $13, but still, what good is it? I don't know where this water's coming from, or this moisture, or whatever it is. There's no water in the floor, no water in the RV, but the wall is rotting. Some people have speculated on my car whether I was guilty or not. Some people have said maybe it was my own fault that the hood was unlatched, that the hood didn't break off. Well, this is the hood latch pin, firmly seated under both locks. It's a primary and secondary locking mechanism. There's the secondary right here. There's the primary. The hood came right off, leaving the pin right in place. That's all that's left of my hood. It was there just like that when it came off. So, at least I feel good that I didn't destroy my car. At least I didn't do it. It wasn't an accident due to my own negligence. because it made me feel a lot better about my old car, but I wanted to fix this up. It's got all new wheels, all new brakes. Up front it has new discs, new bearings, new tie rods, new suspension, new sway bar, new springs. It's got a new alternator, new water pump, new timing belt, new fuel pump, new fuel lines, new radiator, new plugs, new wires, new electronic ignition, everything you need there, new battery. Doesn't look pretty now because it's been out in the rain for a week. What else? I don't know if I mentioned new gas tank, new gas lines in the back. I put $3,000 into this, and the next step was going to be to do the body work. I figured $500. See, these are $120 for the panels. For these, the rear quarter is more expensive, but you can cut out the bad metal. That's $120. I have the trim that came off this. New fenders are $60. That one was bad. And this side is good. I was going to do a little bit of fill. There's some dents here some kids made. And a new $120 panel here, and I would have had a good car. That was going to be next summer. Next summer's project was going to be to get my poor old Honda fixed up. See, the trunk is good. I was going to make this look good, and I was going to be driving around a 20-year-old classic restored Honda. I like classics. I like cheap and simplistic cars, and I love fuel economy. That's the story of my Honda. The inside is pretty decent. I didn't need to do any work on there. Everything works. No, don't forget, 20 years old, 400,000 miles. Power locks work, power windows work, everything works. Pretty amazing, I think. Really amazing? No cracks in the dash, no squeaks, no sounds. I mean, seriously, I was not a foreign car guy. And I didn't even know that this was made in America until after I bought it. But now, I'm impressed. I was American made all the way. And seriously, I bought this for an experiment. I was going to test, you can see, I've got a relay in here, and I've got my backfire suppressor. I was running hydrogen in this car. Here's where it comes up into the air filter system. And I was tuning and tweaking. You see the red wire runs over. I bought this car to experiment with. It got up to 40 miles to the gallon, and I kept on driving it. 3 years. I don't know. I'm still thinking about what to do with my poor old Honda now. It runs like a race car. Feels good. It's efficient, but it's ugly. Well, everybody, I'm wondering your opinion and expertise. I know there's a lot of mechanics out there. I could trade my truck for this Jeep. There's no rust. I've looked it over thoroughly. The only flaws are a little bit of scuffing here and a tiny bit starting right here. I'd have to figure out how to stop that from spreading. I have a guy that wants my truck and would give me this truck, or this Jeep, plus $1,500 in cash. And my financial situation right now is looking pretty grim. So I'm seriously considering doing the trade. There's no dents, no rust. It's got a little bit of bubbling starting on the hood. That's the only spots, and I'm being critical here to show you. I really love you guys' everybody's opinion here. It's very clean. The seats have no wear, no dirt. It was well cared for. It is very clean inside. The floors and the carpets are like new. There's no dirt, no stains. The dash is like new. The headliner's intact. The Rear is spotless. There were definitely no children in this car. Sorry, I hope I do not offend anybody who has kids. It's just a part of life. But it's clean. Everything is spotless. There's not even any scratches on the door, on the interior. The guy lubed it up. All the grease zerks are lubed up. Everything is lubed. There's no rust underneath. There's no dents underneath. There's no damage. The only rust in the whole Jeep is, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little hole right here. That's the only rust in the whole Jeep, which could be easily fixed up. Now the bad part. It is a four-wheel drive, that's good. It's got a nice Blaupunk stereo, but here's the bad part. Listen to this and tell me what you think. Everybody that knows your mechanics. Now's it going? There it goes. I hope you can hear that. It moves. I really hope this is clear on the recording. Put into it till it's quieter. Once you start moving it, it makes that horrible grinding noise. Not a grinding noise, more of a... I can't explain it. That's why I got my camera. It's a noise I've never heard before. Put in park and it's quiet. Put in gear. It's fine until you start to drive. Oh, now it doesn't move. It doesn't move. It doesn't move. I shut it off. Now listen, it starts right up. The engine is nice. It starts right up. Engine is perfect. Now it doesn't move. Okay. Bad timing for this to stop moving. I think it's the torque converter. Let me shut it off again and let it rest. I think it's a torque converter because it makes this horrible loud noise, which I hope you heard. And if you let it rest a minute, sometimes it'll work. There it is. Now it drives. I'm moving. Really seems to hate reverse. It drives. Oh, now it's... There it goes. Now it's going. Really hope that noise shows up on the camera. Put in gear. Nothing. Nothing. Not moving. Not moving. Not moving. Not moving. Oh, I gotta stop it again. Let it rest for a minute. I'm thinking torque converter, and if it's just a torque converter, it's $100. I can probably do it myself with some serious labor and have $1,500 in my pocket. Well, $1,400 after the torque converter. There we go. Now we're driving. It's driving. Now it's not. Now it's in reverse. Now it's not moving. So, anybody knows their vehicles, please tell me. I do believe that's a torque converter. If yes, I'm going to do this trade. This vehicle is spotless. This vehicle is in mint condition, inside and out. Spotless. And honestly, I love my truck, but the truck it needs some love and care that I can't provide it. If that's a torque converter, let me know, people, and I'll do this deal. And what I would need all I would need is to put a hitch on this thing. It's 4-wheel drive. It's a 1994 Laredo. But I'm seriously thinking about the trade, so see what you guys think.